In the summer of 1968, the time of the Republican convention, I think in Miami, Florida, our family took vacations where? Ocean City, Maryland. Special. Somehow we got a beach house right on the beach. Okay, that means you went out the door facing the ocean. That ocean was right in front of you. You were looking right at the ocean, maybe 100 yards away from your door. Beautiful, neat, and the house was really neat. Decorated beautifully, like with primary colors for kids. Neat place. I think some doctor rented that to our family. Well, 1968, that was around the time of the Republican convention. Okay? Around August, I believe. I remember that time I was age 14. So I'm saying that time America's Man of the Year was beginning to sexually abuse me. In a way, I know now that he did this, for sure. It is clear to me now, even if it started before then, I'm not sure. Maybe he was practicing. I think he might have been practicing putting me under ether while I was asleep, before he started to actually sexually abuse me. While I was asleep, he practiced with the ether. I was around 12, 13. He practiced to make sure maybe that he could do that kind of thing. If he started to abuse me before the time of this vacation, I'm not sure. Sometime in 1968. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking now. I want to talk about later on in that vacation. It was popular at that time to iron on decals onto t-shirts. Very popular. And I was interested in that. I bought one. It said what? The name of a popular beer company. When I was age 14, I did not drink any beer. None. After I was 18, I drank some beer, but America's Man of the Year, he drank a lot of beer. So I guess I wanted to be in good relations with America's Man of the Year, so I bought this decal which said the name of this beer company, and it had a beer can that was the logo for the beer company in a decal for a t-shirt that covered the front of the t-shirt. I remember ironing on that decal in that beach house so I could make a great impression on others, I guess, when we went and walked on the boardwalk at night, looking around at all to see on the boardwalk. I was ironing on the decal. I did well. Put it on a white t-shirt. I ironed it on. Now, I'm now 72. What am I doing with my time now? Same kind of thing. All these years later. "58 years later, now I'm retired. I figured out that America's Man of the Year, he did this sexual abuse to me. He was coming into my locked bedroom door at night. I'm guessing around 4 a.m. when he knew I was never gonna wake up. It was easy to open that locked door. It made no noise to open it with, say, a bobby pin for a woman's hair. Just put that in, turn the lock, and you're in. Easy to enter. And then he would bring the ether over and dab it on my nose and mouth and make sure I was asleep and sexually abuse me, clean up and leave. What kind of medical doctor was he? He was a radiologist. So he often did what was called a barium enema. I'm not sure what that is, but it does involve that part of the anatomy of a man or woman that America's Man of the Year was abusing in my body when he sexually abused me. That kind of sex while I was asleep. I didn't know this was happening. Now, 58 years later, I figured this all out, what happened. And while I'm waiting to leave the United States because of this betrayal, he even tried to kill me. Hard to believe, right? I'm now doing again decals on t-shirts. Here's a t-shirt. Here's my decal. Letters and artwork. I saw the artwork, I got the artwork elsewhere and copied it. The hat, I put the letters on. Anyway, Northrop Frye, scholar, literary scholar that I followed for many years, he said that life almost makes sense when life begins to look like stories, literature. Okay, so what did he say about the form of story that he called romance literature? That is the basis of what he called the secular scripture. He said that in that form of story, the end is the beginning transformed. So, I guess that I'm saying because I am now an old man, I'm doing what I was doing a long time ago, again now. My life is starting to look kind of like a story. And in that way, make some sense.